The following is a slightly historical series on the Romance of the Three Kingdoms era of China's history. Because this is based off of a video game, and myself playing it, there will be a lot of incorrect information that we will correct using the help of Wikipedia. For those of you who want to learn more about Dynasty Warriors, or the Romance of the Three Kingdoms era, I suggest reading the book. Please enjoy the following presentation. Next up, we are going to be doing both of the Qiao sisters. The reason being, they are two women, so they didn't actually participate in any battles. And in historical records, they are really not talked about much. Like, it's so much so that, Da Qiao and Xiao Qiao, those are not their real names. That's just literally older Qiao and younger Qiao. We don't know what their actual names are. But the two Qiao sisters were mentioned, and it looks like they did have some sort of influence. Let's see. We do have Xiao Qiao, and I don't know if Dia Qiao is a playable character in this game. I don't remember if it's only Xiao Qiao. So we will start with her. Young and beautiful, she and her sister were known as the two Qiaos. Married to Zhou Yu, she is a bit more reckless than her sister. But let me just actually look up the roster here. I played as her younger sister, Xiao Qiao, who I already read the Wikipedia back then. I'm just playing this now so I can get through it, and I'm gonna combine both of these characters into one episode, so I'm just getting the footage of Da Qiao now. But, I mean, look at those character portraits. It's almost identical faces. But, of course, they were sisters. Da Qiao, the elder sister, and literally translates to bigger Qiao, whereas Xiao Qiao is smaller Qiao, or little Qiao. She was the wife of Sun Ce. She and her sister Xiao Qiao were known as the two Qiaos. She would much prefer intellectual discourse over fighting, which, again, there wasn't too much written about them in history, and their only, air quotes, involvement was very, very, like, what's the right word for it? Suspect, I guess you could say, where they were mentioned in a poem before the Battle of Chirbi, mentioned in order to piss off the Wu forces. Like, it's very dubious. That's a better word for it. But they were indeed real. They were acknowledged in history as the husband, or as the wives of Sun Ce and his friend Zhou Yu. So let's just jump into it as Da Qiao, who, like I said, we already read all of the Wikipedia in the episode of Xiao Qiao, so let's just watch the cutscenes.
I am Da Qiao, daughter of Qiao Shuan. Right now, a group called the Yellow Turbans are terrorizing the land. Every day, I'm scared to even go outside.
She's talking like a robot, dude.
But these days of living in fear are about to come to an end. All of the regional lords have met and decided to rid the world of the Yellow Turban leader, Zhang Jiao. I'm also going to fight in this battle to aid Sun Ce. I'm kind of scared, but I'll do anything I can to help him.
Da Qiao, I'm sorry. I didn't want you to get involved with the fighting. Our opponents this time are the Yellow Turbans. They're nothing but a bunch of bandits, though. Everything will be fine if we can take out their leader, Zhang Jiao. He and his two brothers, Zhang Liang and Zhang Bao, are said to have strange powers. This could be trouble. Well, you don't have to worry about that. Leave it all to us. I don't want you to go and try anything crazy now, all right?
The bandit leader, Zhang Jiao, has been defeated, along with his lies. Without him, the Yellow Turbans are finished. As commander, I would like to thank you all for your service. I want all of you to return to your homes and continue to loyally serve the Han. We must ensure that the land never again sees such chaos.
I'm Cao Cao. My beloved Zhou Yu says he has to go to the capital to take care of some bad guy named Dong Zhuo.
I hate this. I hate this already, dude. But the two sisters of the Qiao family had lived during the Eastern Late Han. In the ahistorical tales, the two Qiaos were sisters of exceptional beauty who were the pivot to the Battle of Qibi, one of the most impactful battles.
He's so cool beating up all those bad guys.
Oh my god.
Whenever there's a war to fight, I'm always left behind. This is so boring. I know. This time I'll go with him. I'll go after him no matter what he says. He'll wish that he had taken me along more often. I
hate this already. But the younger Qiao married to Zhou Yu, the older Qiao married to Sun Ce. Their names were not recorded in history, so in later times they are simply referred to as Da Qiao and Xiao Qiao. They were from Wan County, which is present-day Anqing. Da Qiao married the warlord Sun Ce, who established the foundation of Eastern Wu, and Xiao Qiao married Zhou Yu, a general who served under Sun Ce. Sun Ce jokingly told Zhou Yu, although elder Qiao's daughters are exceptionally beautiful, with us as their husbands, it should be a happy enough match. In the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, the Qiao sisters are featured as characters. In the novel, the Qiao sisters are the daughters of a certain Qiao Guo Lao, literally State Elder Qiao, possibly referring to Qiao Zhuan. Zhou Yu's biography in the 3rd century historical texts, Records of the Three Kingdoms, did not mention the name of the Qiao sisters' father, who was simply referred to as Qiao Gong, literally Elder Qiao. Historically, Qiao Zhuan died in 184, while the Qiao sisters married Sun Ce and Zhou Yu around 199. It is not possible that Qiao Zhuan was still living when the marriages took place, therefore it is highly unlikely that Qiao Zhuan was the Qiao Gong mentioned in Zhou Yu's biography. In chapter 44 of the novel, well actually I'll do that part later.
Cao Cao, I never want you to step foot on the battlefield. But I suppose once you have set your mind to something, there is no stopping you. I guess I have no choice. We have joined the alliance against the traitor Dong Zhuo. We have set our sights on Si Shui Gate, which is guarded by the enemy officer Hua Xiong. I guess there is no use in talking about all the details. Cao Cao, I want you to fight by my side. As long as I know where you are, I will feel somewhat relieved.
So obviously, being a woman during this time, she never saw the battlefield. Like in the Diao Chan episode, the Sun Shangjiang episode, she was never on the battlefield. So there really is not going to be anything for me to add when it comes to, you know, adding anything to her storyline. So it's just going to be cutscenes basically from here on out until we get to the Battle of Qibi.
Brother, this current.
Yes, it's fast. Much like time itself.
In this chaos, the strong shall inherit the land. Say, Guan, Zheng, come now. It is time for the tiger to stand and face the chaos!
Thanks to everybody's efforts, we put an end to the Yellow Turbans. On the battlefield, Sun Ce was so strong and fought bravely against them. He seemed to be having fun out there. Just when I thought we could relax, Sun Ce and all the rest have to go to battle again. This time, it's to stop the tyrant Dong Zhuo in Luoyang. I couldn't bear to be separated from him any longer, so I begged him to take me along with him. I'll do whatever it takes to be with my Sun Ce.
Da Qiao, you did really good against the Yellow Turbans. But to be honest with you, I didn't want to take you out to the battlefield.
Hey babe, would you go into battle against Lu Bu for me?
Now, why is the world still in chaos after we've defeated Zhang Jiao? It appears some guy named Dong Zhuo is running wild in the capital. Sounds like another fight's brewing. As the vanguard for this attack, we're to take out Huaxiang at Sishui Gate.
Huaxiang?
I want you to go and hide someplace safe, okay?
Hey, Lord Zhou Yu! Aren't you proud of me? The provisions! I made sure they got to Lord Sun Jian.
What? You did? Impressive. But I don't want you to try too hard when I'm not around.
Okay, I won't.
Dude, this dialogue is awful. Oh my god.
The food has over another advance.
Man, how come when I did this as Xiao Qiao, I had a cutscene, but when I do it as the older sister, I don't?
I won't be denied.
We have defeated Dong Zhuo's general, Huaxiang. Before long, we will capture Dong Zhuo himself and put an end to his greed and tyranny. Although we have not planned our next move, we must be prepared for anything. We do not know when the next threat to the land shall present itself.
Because everyone fought so hard at Sishui Gate, that bad guy Dong Zhuo's gone. But it looks like there's still someone else we need to beat.
Why does she talk like a 5-year-old?
Even though Zhou Yu looked serious about this battle, I think he's really happy. Because this time, Sunsei's coming along with us. It's so fun working together with everyone. I'm going to go along and fight hard for Zhou Yu again, right?
Cao Cao, you fought very hard at Sishui Gate. I wasn't expecting... No, I knew you were capable of such a feat. You helped decide the battle for us. Now we are to answer the request of Yuan Shao and march to Jing in order to attack Liu Biao. Cao Cao, this time won't you please stay behind and lead the fighting to us? I shall proceed from the center and draw out the enemy's main unit. Cao Cao, do not leave my side. I have a bad feeling about this battle.
We defeated a man named Huaxiang at Sishui Gate and saved Luoyang. Afterward, Dong Zhuo was defeated by the other regional lords. Just when we returned home to Wu, Yuan Shao asked us to slay Liu Biao for him. Yet another battle. It fills me with sorrow. Sunsei is very serious about this next battle. It must be a really big one. I must be sure to do my best for him.
Looks like the others have defeated Dong Zhuo. Da Qiao, this was possible because you fought so hard at Sishui Gate. How can I ever thank you? But we don't have time to be resting. Yuan Shao came crying to Father and asked him to kill Liu Biao. And my father agreed to do it. We've been assigned the center. I don't want you taking any unnecessary risks out there. You leave the fighting to me. All right, here we go. Da Qiao, you shouldn't take such foolish chances.
Forgive me, Lord Sunsei. I didn't mean to get in the way. I only wanted to help you.
Oh, whatever. Fine, come with me. Stay close. Maybe your presence will give me the strength I need to defeat them. We wiped out that punk Liu Biao and captured Jing. That ought to teach those across the land not to mess with us. I'm worried about Father. With him in this condition, I have to do my best. We must be sure that we are fully prepared for the battle ahead. Guan, someday you will surpass even me. Zhou Yu. Our time has finally come. Let's show them what we got. Watch over me, father. I swear to you, I shall claim this land for us!
Although we won the battle, our Lord Sun Jian died from the wounds he suffered. He was such a nice man. It makes me so sad. Sun Ce overcame the death of his father and took over as the ruler of Wu. I always knew that Sun Ce was stronger than your average man. I wish I was stronger so I could help Sun Ce more. I want to end all this suffering. I will fight hard and do my best for him.
Father, he died from his wounds. Even though we got Liu Biao, I do not feel any better. This is the most hollow victory I have ever experienced. Nothing's going to happen if I sit around sulking. I'm going to have to fight to honor the memory of my father now. All right. First, we start by taking the lands of Wu. The enemy's loyalties are divided. If we take over their bases, we can get them to join us. That will make our battle against their leader, Liu Yong, that much easier. Let's go.
We managed to beat Liu Biao, but Lord Sun Jian died during the battle. I'm so sad. Everyone is so sad. Zhou Yu is so strong. When everyone was still feeling down, he was the first to overcome his grief and give his support to Sun Ce. I have to go help him cheer everyone up. Sun Ce says we're going to take back the lands of Wu that once belonged to his ancestors. I'm going to show everyone what I can do.
It is unfortunate that Lord Sun Jian has passed, but we have Sun Ce. As long as he is here, he shall take up his father's will and carry on his ambitions. We must cast aside our sorrow and proceed forward. First, Sun Ce needs to establish a foothold from which to begin his quest to unite the land. We must eliminate the warring factions within the Wu territory. The enemy forces are concentrated in one spot. If we take the various bases scattered about, they will surely surrender to us. Qiao, I assume you're coming too? All right then, let us go together.
We're ashore! Oh. This land isn't bad. This is not a bad start for my first step towards ruling the land. All right, let's go. We're ashore! Oh. This land isn't bad. This is not a bad start for my first step towards ruling the land. All right, let's go. We've driven out Liu Yong and secured a land to call our own. And as a bonus, we obtained some capable officers as well. I have no complaints. From now on, we'll use this territory of Wu in our quest towards unification of the land. Watch over me, Father. Before long, the Sun banner shall reach to the far corners of the continent.
Sun Ce conquered the Wu territory and has gone to attack Zhang Sha. The defender of Zhang Sha is none other than Huang Zu, the man who killed Sun Jian. He shall pay for what he did. But there's something wrong with Sun Ce. He seems to be in a lot of pain. Perhaps he is tired from all of these battles he has been fighting. It's during times like these that I must be strong and support him. I will do everything I can to help him.
We successfully conquered Wu, and word of our deeds is starting to spread throughout the land. Da Qiao, I would not have accomplished any of this if you had not been by my side. Next, our target is Huang Zu in Jiangxia. He is the one responsible for the death of my father. Qiao, I want you to be near me. If I should fall, I want it to be in your arms. Whoa, I might be getting a little too emotional. All right, let's go. This battle shall determine all of our futures.
I can't believe Sunsei is dead. He was okay during the battle. Zhou Yu isn't showing any tears, but he looks so sad. Zhou Yu is working way too hard. He says he and Sun Quan are going to attack Huang Zhu and Qiao. Huang Zhu was the one who killed Sun Jian. Zhou Yu, I'm going to stay by your side. I know you're really feeling sad, but I'm going to cheer you up. So get better, okay?
Qiao, I am sorry for making you worry. I tried to hide my grief for the loss of Sunsei, but I guess I failed. From here, we shall go to Shako and kill Huang Zhu. Of course, Huang Zhu is incompetent, but it is said that there are fierce warriors who are former pirates beneath him, so we must be careful. In the face of this adversity, I have learned how important you truly are. Qiao, thank you for always being there for me. Now, let us go together. Sunsei, you have left us, and now I am here on my own.
You mustn't, Lord Zhou Yu!
My god.
You promised Lord Sunsei that you would support him.
What
So
is
you
this?
Huang Zhu,
Shut up.
my father's blood is...
Lord Sunsei, you mustn't. You're not fully healed.
I thank you for your concern, but I cannot stay. I must go.
Then I will go too. Admit it. This time you need me to protect you. You shouldn't take such foolish chances. You said it yourself, right?
I like that camera angle as if like Sunso's 5 feet taller than her.
I have killed the villain Huang Zhu. Your assassin is coming to join you, Father. Do with him as you please. We have added the lands of Jiangxia to those of Wu. The base of our power has now been solidified. I'm somewhat relieved.
Thanks to all of you.
Because at this point,
You've defeated Huang Zhu and secured the lands of Yuan Shao. My father and brother would be proud of us all.
that Michelle rough? I don't know.
Now is the time to show our strength. Using these lands that father and brother worked so hard to establish as a base. We must further expand the territory of Wu.
It was during the final days of the year 200 AD when the Han Dynasty saw its end. Its demise ushered in a new era of chaos, brought on by several regional lords vying to rule China. There were those who sought absolute power, as well as those who fought for justice, and some simply fought for the sake of their beliefs. Many would rise and fall in their attempts to dominate the land. Qiao, the eldest daughter of the altruistic Qiao Xuan. Qiao was especially known for her great beauty. Together with her younger sister Qiao, they would be known as the two Qiaos. The Qiao sisters were placed under the protection of Sunsei during his conquest of Jiangdong. After the battle, Sunsei married Qiao, while Zhou Yu married Qiao. The two couples got along very well, and the two sisters supported their husbands by helping them on the battlefield. Wu, which had become strong after battling the Yellow Turbans and participating in the campaign against Dongzhuo, continued to show its might by defeating Liu Biao at Jing. However, Sun Jian was killed during the battle, and Sunsei became the new ruler. Accompanied by Zhou Yu, Sun Ce continued his conquest of the land. Da Qiao insisted on accompanying her husband on the battlefield and contributed to the expansion of their kingdom. Although Wu had amassed great power, Sun Ce had fallen ill from the many battles he fought. Despite his illness, he resumed his campaigns, accompanied by his wife. After avenging his father at the Battle of Shako, Sun Ce began his next goal of unifying the land. Da Qiao supported her husband, and the two continued to fight in order to make their dreams come true. These tales, long forgotten in the flows of time, are about the legends of which no one can recall.
It's kind of funny that I mentioned earlier that the only time the Qiao sisters were mentioned was at the Battle of Qiao, but Da Qiao herself in this game doesn't even make it there. I mean, it makes sense that our campaign will end after Sun Ce dies, which in this game is after the Battle of Jiako. So makes sense that she is also taken out of the story. But I mean, just with most other female characters in this game, it's just hard to put them anywhere because they didn't do much of anything.
Thank you, really. Without you by me, I never would have made it this far. Look.
Beautiful.
Just like you.
Lord Sun Ce, the road ahead is long. Let's travel it together.
Zhou Yu, you've always helped Sun Quan, and now our kingdom is huge. That's why we're going to fight that man Cao Cao. According to Zhou Yu, this Cao Cao is a really mean guy that can't be left ignored. He was really mad. I wonder what happened. I'm not really sure, but anyone who makes my Zhou Yu mad makes me mad too. Let's go, Zhou Yu. Let's do this together.
It's Wendy Lee. I often confuse the two. Honestly, I just hate it that she's written like a 5-year-old. Like, it's super annoying. But anyway, in chapter 44 of the novel, Zhuge Liang tells Zhou Yu that Cao Cao's desire to have the two Qiaos for himself is evident in Ode to the Bronze Sparrow platform, a poem written by Cao Cao's son, Cao Ji. Zhuge Liang recites an altered version of the poem with added verses. The two towers rise, one on either flank. This named Golden Phoenix, that Jade Dragon. He would have the two Qiaos, these beautiful ladies of Wu, that he might rejoice with them morning and evening. Look down, there is a grand beauty of an imperial city, and the rolling vapors lie floating beneath. He will rejoice in the multitude of scholars that assemble. Answer to the felicitous dream of King Wen. An enraged Zhou Yu then hardens his decision to convince Sun Quan to ally with Liu Bei against Cao Cao, then prevailing over the latter in the Battle of Qiao. Historically, the battle predates the terrace by 2 years, and Cao Ji's poem was written 2 years after Zhou Yu's death. Nonetheless, the story of the Bronze Bird Terrace and the Qiao sisters in popular tradition aroused people's imagination for generations. And that's the final relevant thing about the Qiao sisters.
Damn you, Cao Cao. If you had just spoken of your ambitions for the land, I would have ignored you. But you desire more than just the land. My beloved Cao. Forgive me, I got a little carried away. This has nothing to do with you. Do not worry about it. The next battle shall take place at Qi. We must support the missions of our fellow officers in order for this strategy to succeed. Let's go, Cao. But remember, do not leave my side. This battle has us treading in very dangerous waters. If we are to defeat Cao Cao's army, it is absolutely essential that you complete your missions. Men, this river shall guide us to our future!
The villain Cao Cao and his giant fleet have sunk into the watery depths of Xiangdong. His determination to conquer the land never to resurface again. Victory is ours. The day of a land under Wu is close at hand. These waters shall serve as a battlefield, and word of our exploits here shall go down in legend.
It was during the final days of the year 200 AD when the Han Dynasty saw its end. Its demise ushered in a new era of chaos, brought on by several regional lords vying to rule China. There were those who sought absolute power, as well as those who fought for justice, and some simply fought for the sake of their beliefs. Many would rise and fall in their attempts to dominate the land. Qiao, second daughter of the altruistic Qiao Xuan. Qiao was especially known for her wit and great beauty. Together with her older sister Qiao, they would be known as the two Qiaos. The Qiao sisters were placed under the protection of Sun Ce during his conquest of Xiangdong. After the battle, Sun Ce married Qiao, while Zhou Yu married Qiao. The two couples got along very well, and the two sisters supported their husbands by helping them on the battlefield. Wu, which had become strong after battling the Yellow Turbans and participating in the campaign against Dongzhuo, continued to show its might by defeating Liu Biao at Jing. However, Sun Jian was killed during the battle, and Sun Ce became the new ruler. Accompanied by Zhou Yu, Sun Ce continued his conquest of the land. Qiao helped her husband by accompanying him on the battlefield, thus contributing to the expansion of their kingdom. Sun Ce died from illness, and Zhou Yu was entrusted with Wu. Qiao was there to cheer up her bereaving husband and continued to support him in his new duties, both on and off the battlefield. Despite Wu's successful unification of the land, Zhou Yu would be unable to rest. He was now occupied with governing the new land. However, Qiao was always there to support him. These tales, long forgotten in the flows of time, are about the legends of which no one can recall.
over now, isn't it, Lord Zhou Yu? And this is the part where we live happily ever after.
Indeed. I guess now I have to devote myself entirely to you instead.
Clear Sun Su's Musu mode, clear Sun Chuan's Musu mode. That's really annoying because in, the Wu family, I wanted to do Sun Jian last because he's technically the father of Wu. But then I changed my mind thinking, well, actually Sun Jian is supposed to die early on, so let me do his story earlier. And then it turns out you play through the entire campaign of Wu as Sun Jian all the way to the Battle of Bai Di Castle, which Sun Jian obviously was not there for because he was dead, which replaces what should have been Sun Chuan's storyline to do, because in the three kingdoms, Wei, Wu, and Shu, in Wei, Cao Cao, you have 8 missions. For Shu, Liu Bei has 8 missions, so I wanted to do them last. But for Wu, it's Sun Jian that has 8 missions, which is weird and annoying because he dies early on, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense because he is the father of the Wu family, but it also doesn't make sense because Sun Su still dies in his personal storyline, which is stupid. But anyway, what they should have done for this game is given Sun Chuan the 8 battles, because he's the one that actually sees it out to the end, instead of Sun Jian. So now this messes up the entire way I wanted to present the stories, because now the end of Wu, like the end of the Wu storyline, is probably going to be some random dude like Zhou Tai or Gan Ning or Ling Tong, where I wanted it to be the heads of each of the families for each of the 3 kingdoms, but that's a little annoying. But at the very least, this should give me enough time to record the whatchamacallit for later this evening. Whatever.